Hey, Kyle Sellerud here, and I want to show you one of the pieces of software that's included in the AdWords for Local Businesses course. So when you go to log into the course, you just scroll down to the bonus software section here, and you'll find this little piece of software called Keyword Burst. Now what this is a way that I've simplified for you to create a huge burst of relevant keywords to use in your campaigns. Let me just quickly show you kind of how it works. So first you want to enter some of the locations that you are targeting. So let's say we're doing Chicago. Okay. So when you're entering locations, you want to enter the various ways that people might search for your locations. Maybe we want to do some suburbs. Okay, you can enter up to 20 locations here. Now the crucial keywords we'll come back to. Let's start with our ad groups. So for this example, I'll quickly put together some ad groups for a roofing company. So some keywords we'd want to target, obviously roofing company, roofing companies. Okay, that'd be one ad group. Roofer, that might be another one. Maybe commercial roofers. Okay, maybe something like that. And of course, in the course, there's a whole module on keywords, so you'll know exactly what types of keywords you'll want to use to build your campaign. Okay, so these are the basic root keywords that we are using. And again, this is just an example. If you were actually setting up a campaign, you'd have a lot more ad groups than this, but this is a good start. So now we'll come back to the crucial keywords. Since AdWords likes to show ads as frequently as possible, they like to match your keywords you have with things that are somewhat related, but maybe not exactly what you want to be targeting. So by designating a crucial keyword, we're going to tell Google that the search has to include one of these specific words in order for our ad to show. Okay, so we'll put keywords here like roofing, roofer, roofers. Okay, maybe commercial. Okay, so whenever these words appear in one of the keywords, we're telling Google that that is a crucial word that has to be included. So now that we've created our list here of the locations, the crucial keywords, and some ad groups, now we can generate our spreadsheet. Okay, the spreadsheet's ready, and we can go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, and if you don't have Excel, you'll be able to open this in Google Sheets in the free program. So now what we have is a column for each of the 3 ad groups we created. Okay, if you created more ad groups, there'll be more columns. A column for each ad group, of course. So what we've generated here is a list just based on the 2 keywords here, roofing company, roofing companies, and based on those locations that we entered, we've generated a long list of keywords to target. Okay, so we have Chicago Roofing Company, Chicago, Illinois Roofing Company, and you can see in the first part here, these are broad match keywords. And then they have the plus in front of them. So we're telling Google that they can kind of match these keywords broadly if they want, but the search term must include the word roofing. Okay. And I get into that in the course too if you're not familiar with how the broad matching works. But you can see all the different variations. So we're putting the location before the keywords, like Chicago Roofing Company. We're putting them after the keyword, Roofing Company Chicago. We're also including Roofing Company in Chicago because a lot of people search that way as well. So those are the broad keywords here first. And then we get into all the exact match keywords. Okay, these are going to be the preferred keywords in your campaign because this is telling Google we only want our ad to show for this exact keyword, which means we can control our bids on these more easily, and our accounts are going to perform better the more exact keywords we have. But of course, people are always searching for things different ways, so we don't only want exact keywords. That's why we have the broad keywords up here also. We also have phrase match. This is better than broad match and not quite as good as exact match. So for these, we're telling Google the search must include this phrase. Okay, it could be longer than this, but it has to include the phrase that's in the quotation marks. Now, when you come down here, you'll see a bunch of exact keywords with a minus sign in front of them. And what these are the exact the exact match keywords from all of the other ad groups on the spreadsheet. Okay, and we're putting these here because we want to add these as negative keywords just for this ad group. So that means when someone is searching Chicago, Illinois roofer, we want this search to show up in this ad group, in the ad group that actually has that keyword as an exact keyword. Okay, if you don't have ad group negative keywords like this, you'll find quite frequently that Google will show the keyword in a completely different ad group than you want it to, just because of the different broad and phrase matching options that they have. So this solves 90% of that issue and excludes any keyword that may be in one of our other ad groups. So that is how this program works. Okay, you can see that just by taking a couple keywords, we're now adding every likely variation of that keyword combined with the locations that we're targeting. I'll throw in one more bit of instruction before you actually paste these into your campaign. And by the way, when you paste these in, you just paste the whole row. Okay, you paste the keywords along with these negative keywords, and the system's going to add them in the right place for you. Okay, but before you paste these in, you might want to come and get rid of some of the broader keywords. So roofer, roofers, stuff like that. Look through and delete because obviously the more high value keywords are going to be people searching for a roofer in a specific location. Okay, so if you want to start with a little more focus on your campaign, you can come in and remove some of these shorter keywords. Okay, it's certainly fine to leave them in. They'll give you some more activity, some more conversions possibly, but they are going to typically cost more money per conversion than a more precise keyword. So that's how this program works. Again, you'll get a full instruction on that and the actual program itself inside the AdWords for Local Businesses course.